Hello everyone, Larry Satchwell here. Today down in the shop, this is a Workbench I won, one of the few things I ever won in all my life, at the Bloomington Home Show back in the 60s. I was probably 9 or 10 years old. It was a big deal. My mother, in fact, that year was the queen of the home show. And I recall she got all these albums from the local radio station, and she sat in the booth and had a little crown. She also got a lot of other crazy little gifts. I don't even remember what they were, but my mom was queen of the home show. And I got this bench from one of the local lumber yards. So I've had it virtually all my life, over 50 years. And it's served me very well. But I want to put some drawers underneath it. I have these drawers left over from the closet remake, along with the slides. And I dug into the scrap bin again, being very proud of myself, and found all these scraps that I can use. The drawers are 23 3/4 inches wide and 15 inches deep. You need a 1/2 inch on clearance on each side, so these scraps are all cut to 24 3/4 inch. Let's get started. This is rather a straightforward build here. The important thing is to keep this box square. And I'm going to drill some pilot holes here. This was a little bit left over from everything. This is Dana's new surround build. This is her old one. So now that the box is built, I'm going to put some more supports up here, but right now it's a great time to add the drawer supports. If you ever have to take a dresser drawer out and they're full extension slides like this, there's a little lever right here that you'll need to push either up or down depending on if you're working on the right side or the left side. Pushing it up or down releases it. Another video, I inserted these wooden slots here because this is all MDF, but it is a really sturdy drawer, and I know it's going to hold a lot of stuff. When putting these slides in, you have some adjustment slots, horizontally and vertically, and it's best to put your screw in the middle of those slots so you have some adjustment. So then, with any luck, this is going to fit. I'm going to set a couple of spacers on here, and then I should be able to slide or put this drawer right inside here. And that's a nice fit. Now I can mark this, and once again I can take that spacer, put the drawer front where I want it, secure it in the front. You may have to move it back and forth to find a hole. In the middle. Doing the same thing. And what I need to do next is to put a couple of scraps up here to mount it with. The scraps I am using dictated the depth and the size of this box. I could have put one drawer on top of the other. I think there was room for that, but I'd rather put them side by side. And to do that, I'm going to need a different way of fastening that to the inside where the shared panel is. So on one side, I'm going to use Craig screws. And I've marked where the screws on the inside are here, so I don't draw a Craig screw hole right in the middle and hit a screw. I may have to take this screw out before I can put the Craig screws in, but this will help me stabilize this end. And it did come right through the middle of that hole. So both drawers are in. I did a tread test fit. I know it's ugly right now. That's the nature of the scrap bin. But the scrap bin is diminishing in size. And I am gaining space to put tools so that all of my horizontal surfaces are not all cluttered up. Let's get this thing under the bench. If you're still watching this and you're like me, you're probably thinking, how in the world is that joker going to get that thing mounted underneath there? Because I've been wondering the same thing myself. Well, I want to set it back 3/4 of an inch. So I've set this scrap piece here all the way across the front, a couple screws in the front, a couple screws ready to go in the top. And I've clamped this board here. I'm hoping I will be able to balance it on there. Wish me luck. Well, the clamps didn't hold. That's certainly better. Really good right here. These are 2-inch deck screws here. Span would have worked just as well, but I don't have any. I did it! All right, we're going to put the drawers in. And it'll be back to the scrap bin to find some more scraps for false fronts. The hard part for an old man is getting up. I have a piece of hardboard here that's exactly the size I need. And I have some old doors here that Dana gave me that I think I can modify to fit that pretty well. So I cut these off, and with a few trips back and forth to the table saw and the miter saw, I have come up with this as the false front. I will glue this up and attach it tomorrow. I was able to rummage through my totes and found these pulls. Overall, I'm very pleased with it. I was able to get a few tools off of the horizontal surfaces, and there's no cost involved. So I was able to get 5 tools in my combination square off of horizontal surfaces. I'm always looking for this, and these things seem to always be in the way of something else. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.